I'm Bonnie from Circle City Seeds, and today I'm going to be unboxing the seeds that I've ordered for the 2025 growing season. I'm not opening these boxes in any particular order, and I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. Up first is Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, and let me just pull the receipt out of here first. And these first seeds are some Spinner's Ivory Cotton seeds. I believe these are an off-white color, and that there was something about this variety that makes it easier to remove the seeds. I do some knitting and crochet, so this is just something fun for me to grow in the garden. I still need to look up exactly when to start these seeds. I'm assuming since it's grown more in the south that they need a longer growing period. Jenna-Lee's Golden Girl are some yellow tomato seeds. I usually try a new yellow tomato every year. I'm not the best at harvesting the yellow tomatoes at the right time, but we're hoping to add some color to our salsa and pico de gallo. These are Jupiter peppers, and they are green bell peppers. I've had some horrible luck growing peppers the last few years, which is a shame because we love peppers. And the ones at our local grocery store are usually looking pretty rough. Last year, I didn't have any of my mini seedlings make it out to the garden. I ended up buying pepper plants from one of our local nurseries, which is great to support them, but I'm a bit reluctant to do that because I've ended up bringing a disease into my garden before, which was rough. But we ended up having some peppers last year, not nearly as many as I would like though, and I was a bit restricted in the varieties that they had available. This packet is baby corn, which is just adorable. We're hoping to put it into our stir fries, but I need to look into the timing of the baby corn and all the other veggies we want to put into it. These last ones are purple dragon carrots. I've grown some carrots that are very similar to this, with purple on the outside and still orange on the inside. I would be careful about adding any purple carrots or purple potatoes to things like soups. The purple will leach out, and gray soup just does not look as appealing. And I'm going to do these last because these are my Seed of the Month seeds from San Diego Seeds. This next package is from Burpee. Burpee isn't my favorite place to get seeds. They are often available in big box stores, which is great for beginning gardeners or for when you have a seed emergency. They have a wider selection of seeds on their website than they do in the big box stores. And the seed packets will look different, and I believe they have more seeds in them if you buy them online. This first packet is called Supreme Hybrid, and I believe it's another green pepper. These are some poppy seeds called California Heaven. I believe these are a variegated pink. And these are some hot peppers called the Hi-Ho Hybrid. This next package is from M.I. Gardener. If you're not familiar with M.I. Gardener, they have a YouTube channel, a seed shop both in person and online, and I believe they've been recently expanding into a nursery and an orchard, which is amazing. Their seed packets are always about $2 or so, and you get a lot of seeds in each packet, which is great. And it looks like maybe one of the seed packets opened. Oh no, it's a packet to save your own seeds. Very cute. And these first ones are Roma 2 bush beans. I grew some of these last year in the bottom section of my green stock, and I believe the bunnies got to them, which is a bummer. The bunnies absolutely wrecked my garden last year. I think I'll plant these a little higher up in my green stock this year. This is another purple carrot, and they may actually be very similar to this other purple and orange carrot I got, so we may plant both and see if one does any better than the other. And these are Silver Queen corn seeds. I got 2 packets because there are about 40 seeds in each packet, and I'm hoping this will be my main corn for this year. This variety was recommended to me by my uncle, who grew this variety years ago in his home garden in Martinsville, Indiana, and it did very well and it tasted great. I remember spending hours shucking corn at his house. Last year was my first year growing corn, and some squirrels got to my corn just a few days before it was ready. They ended up taking a bite out of each ear too. I was so mad. So I may need to put some kind of netting over my corn this year. And this is popcorn. I'm gonna have to try to plan out when to plant these and the Silver Queen corn so that they don't cross-pollinate, so I can save the seeds from both of them. And this is some wheat. I grew some last year, and you guessed it, the bunnies got it too. They waited until they were about 6 inches tall before they got interested in them. This is a round zucchini. I haven't had the best luck with zucchini. I've heard the stories of people being completely overrun with zucchini, so I've been cautious and only had about 2 or 3 plants. Last year we got maybe 4 zucchinis out of our 2 plants. They looked healthy all year, so I'm not sure what was going on. This next one is Bonnie's Best Tomato. I felt obligated to get a tomato that shares my name, so we're gonna grow it for funsies. The back says that this variety was originally grown for ketchup, and it grows well in northern regions. I've looked into canning some ketchup at one point, and it requires a bunch of other spices that I don't currently have, so it didn't really seem cost effective to go out and buy a bunch of those. But maybe one day, because we do go through a lot of ketchup. I also bought my seed potatoes from M.I. Gardener this year, but those will be shipped out later in the season. This next package is from Baker Creek. Baker Creek usually includes a free seed packet, and every single time for me it's been lettuce, so I will never run out of lettuce. And look at those cute little dudes in the cabbage. This one is butterfly pea, which I believe is like a sweet pea. It turns your tea blue, which is fun. I bet you could also use it for dye, so I'll have to look into that. This is Gomphrena, which I love. They are small, about 1 inch round little balls of color that have an interesting texture when you touch them. Kind of scratchy, but not pokey. I have some already in pink, white, red, and orange, I believe. And this looks like our free seed packet, and it's bok choy. It looks like it's a small variety. Currently, I grow Joy Choy from Johnny's, which I heard about from the You Can't Eat the Grass YouTube channel, which is a lovely farm up in Canada. This is a lemon spice jalapeno. It looks like a smaller jalapeno and it's yellow, so this will be fun to add to our salsa and pico de gallo. And this box is from Botanical Interest. They were bought by Epic Gardening a couple years ago. And it looks like we got free lettuce seed mix, which is nice. I love their seed packets. They always have a bunch of information on them and usually have an image of what the seedling looks like, which is very helpful. They also have these little growing pamphlets. And you can see on here that the inside of the seed packet also has even more information. These are jade bush beans. I got these for fun because one of our dogs is named Jade. We'll have to see which one of these bush beans does better. And this packet is another poppy. They are an apricot color. And the packet looks a little funky here. Hopefully they didn't get wet. It kind of looks like the rest of them are fine. This is a Snapdragon mix. I think the packet that I already have is a mixture of dwarf varieties, so this will be fun. I'm not exactly sure what colors are in here. These are Mammoth Sweet Peas. I was running a little low on these, so I got another packet. And this packet doesn't seem to have very many seeds in there, it feels like. There's only that many seeds in this packet. This packet was $4 and has this many seeds, while the MI Gardener packet is a $2 packet and has at least 25 seeds. Yeah, there's probably less than 10 seeds in here, so that's a little sad. This is my seed of the month from San Diego Seed Company. They specialize in varieties for growing in zones 9 and 10. I'm in growing zone 6, but we do get some pretty hot summers, and our spring and summer seasons are pretty much non-existent. It can be freezing and 80 degrees in the same week. It's pretty ridiculous. So maybe some of these can hold up a bit better to our crazy weather. It's also just fun to get mystery seeds in the mail while supporting them because they're great. They also mail them out around the time that you should be planting them if you are in zones 9 and 10, which is great. This first one is cauliflower, which is great because I think I needed to start those like yesterday. This one is a spinach, and this one is a lettuce. A heat-tolerant lettuce, which is exciting. I'm not sure if this is a head lettuce or a loose-leaf lettuce. And that is so funny. The seed packet says hollyhock. They must be using up some of the old seed packets. This other one says amaranth. And that is it. Oh, no it's not. I almost forgot about this one. Did I forget any more? This one is from Swallowtail Seeds. I got some begonia seeds, which is good because I ran out. These are lemon, so I'm guessing they're yellow. My last ones were orange or coral. These are Lysianthus. I only had a few of these seeds left. I started some of these this year already, but I haven't been the best at keeping an eye on my seeds, and I'm not sure that those tiny seeds were getting enough water, so I may have to start them again. I didn't do well with starting them from seed last year either. I haven't been the best at keeping an eye on my seeds, and I'm not sure that these tiny seeds were getting enough water, so I may have to start them again. So those are all the seeds that I've bought this year, and I'm very excited about this year's growing season. Thank you so much for watching! And if you want to learn more about saving all different types of seeds, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below what seed saving video you would like to see next. If you would like to purchase some of the seeds I've collected, you can do so in my Etsy shop or on my website, circlecityseed.com. Happy seed starting!